pleasure to see you and to meet you again. You had a board meeting of the AUK today here at Kravet in Swain. What did this meeting brought?
Sure. Our trustees meet in person twice a year, once a year in New York, once a year in Pristina. And when we meet in person as opposed to on the telephone, we make the big decisions. And today's big decision is to go ahead and build a dormitory for 80 students on our campus at Gamir in Pristina. And the reason we need a dormitory, and we need it urgently, is because we are having more and more students come to Pristina from overseas. We now have students from 17 countries studying at AUK, and we can attract more students from the diaspora, more students from neighboring countries, and more genuinely international students with no connection to the Albanian world if we have a dormitory. And we also need a dormitory because I think we need to balance out the number of men and women, boys and girls in our student body. And there's no doubt in my mind that if we can offer a secure dormitory place, we will have more families happy to have their daughters come and study at AUK.
What's AUK doing today? What would you be able to tell us here in the sport about AUK?
We are the only university in Kosovo that offers an American degree, a fully internationally accredited education from one of the top schools in the United States, from Rochester Institute of Technology. Because all of our teaching is in English, that means we can attract students from around Europe and around the world. It means we can attract minority students. We are the only university in Kosovo that has Serbian students, Turkish students, Bosniak students, our first Roma student this academic year. So although 80% or more of our students are Kosovar Albanians, we think it's an important part of having an American education to mix up our students with young people from other ethnic groups and from around the world.
As a board member of National Albanian American Council that I am, I'm very proud of our involvement in this.
You should be. It's been great.
Yes, sir. And I do recall when we started, when AUK started, 2 years of schooling, and when you look today from where we are and where it is.
Yes, we've come a long way, and this is our 6th year. This is our 6th year intake. And you remember when we started, when we opened the doors in 2003, we opened with 57 students who came to do a 2-year program. Now we have 465 students enrolled. We had 150 in the freshman class this year. They're all doing 4-year programs. We offer 4 majors or concentrations. We also offer now master's degrees in service management, in energy and infrastructure development. We are beginning in January a new master's program in public administration, which is supported by USAID and is designed primarily for civil servants in the government of Kosovo. And finally, we have next year a new LLM, a Master of Laws program starting for people who are already attorneys, but to upgrade their skills to American standards. So we've got a lot going on. It's an exciting time to be in Kosovo.
Last year we met, I think, at the, what was the golf tournament that
in Greenwich.
You were, and yes, and you had a bunch of your, if I excuse the language, of those great
young people, yes.
Men and women that they were really making all of us proud.
I think we had eight of our students there at the NAC golf tournament,
yes.
All of whom were working in different places in New York State as summer interns. And your members were good enough to raise, I think we raised close to $40,000 for scholarships that day.
Yes.
Right now we give out around 300,000 euros of scholarships each year in financial aid. It's not enough. It will never be enough, as you know, given the needs in Kosovo. So I'm always asking people in the community for help, for support, to send bright young people to AUK.
What's your relationship with the government, with economy in Kosovo, with different companies? For those students that they do graduate from your university, do they get placed?
I'm pleased to have students graduate so far. 57 students in our first class graduated in 2007, and 111 graduated this past May. And every one of those students now, I can say that with confidence because the last one to get a job got a job 2 weeks ago. Every one of our students either has a good full-time job or is in full-time graduate study. A small number have gone on to do master's programs in the United States or in Britain or Germany. But essentially all of our students go straight into good jobs in Kosovo or in their home countries if they're not from Kosovo. I'm worried about this a lot, obviously. Huge unemployment in Kosovo, but zero unemployment for our graduates.
Well, now as an expert, where do you see Kosovo? How do you see things developing down there at this very crucial time, especially economy, unemployment, and all those things?
Yes. Look, given the world's economic and financial situation, you might think that Kosovo is some way distant from that crisis. But I think the reality is that we are likely to see less money coming back to Kosovo from people earning in Switzerland or Germany or wherever. We may see some people moving back to Kosovo if they lose jobs in construction in Zurich or wherever it may be. One of the other things that worries me, quite honestly, is whether the European Union and other donors will really follow through now on their pledges. That remains to be seen. I certainly hope they will. On the other hand, I think that Kosovo is in a stronger position than perhaps the United States or Western Europe, proportionally. I don't think that we have the kind of exposure of the banking system, for example. The banks have been very conservative in lending in Kosovo, so we don't have that problem to worry about. We have other problems. Long term, I'm a great optimist about Kosovo. If I wasn't an optimist, I probably wouldn't be working there. But I look at our young people, I look at the young people of Kosovo. They are hungry to learn, they are eager to work, and I'm absolutely convinced that Kosovo and the Albanian countries in general, they are the young Europeans who will be successful within the European Union over the next 20 to 50 years, because the demographics are so much in favor of Kosovo and of Albania.
Thank you for your time and wish you lots of luck.
I'm sorry I'd forgotten